Hi there, this is Ranjit and I have this Moto X second generation which is also known as the 2014 edition, and in this video we'll be doing the camera review. Motorola has improved the camera on this second generation Moto X, and now we have a 13 megapixel rear facing camera, and we also have this dual flash. Also, the front facing camera is a 2 megapixel shooter and it can also record video up to 1080p, and I've taken a lot of pictures and even videos with this phone, and I'm going to show you that. And later on we'll also compare some of the snaps with the LG G3 because it also has a 13 megapixel camera, and just for fun we'll also compare the snaps with this Lumia 1020 which has actually a 41 megapixel shooter. And before I show you the sample shots so that you can judge the camera performance of this Moto X, let me actually quickly show you the camera interface. The camera interface is actually very simple. It's almost similar to the one we had in the earlier generation, and we just have this. You can just tap to an area and it focuses and takes the shot. But the issue with that is sometimes the focusing is not that great, and if you notice, just see this one. This came out to be a little bit blurred. So the focusing is sort of a hit or a miss on this device, and if you just slide here you get to the other options. For example, we have the auto HDR flash you can toggle, and by default this will be off, but I would suggest that you use this option to adjust the exposure. Now you can just move around this and then adjust the exposure, and this also allows you to get actually better auto focusing in my opinion. So you should enable this option to get better shots. Further down, if we just go here, we have the video mode, and this new Moto X can actually record video up to 4K, that is Ultra HD. Oops. And we were there. And it can also record slow motion videos up to 1080p and regular HD video, that is 1080p. We also do get, for example, if we move to the last option, that's panorama. So those are the settings, very simple settings I would say. And if you just touch this one, you switch to the front facing camera like this. And I have taken a lot of sample shots with this device, so let me actually show you all these sample shots in full screen mode so that you can judge the performance of this Moto X. These photographs were taken with the Moto X, and it was a bright sunny day, and for the most part it can take good pictures. But notice this picture, and just after 2 seconds I took this picture. So the color accuracy is a hit or a miss sometimes, but for the most part outdoors pictures come out to be pretty good, as you can see, and they are also pretty sharp in my opinion. Now this is the photograph that I took with the Moto X, and this picture is with the LG G3, and this next one is with the Lumia 1020. More pictures with the Moto X, and sometimes I do notice that it tends to overexpose stuff at times. And this picture again is with the Moto X. The next one that I took was with the LG G3, and finally this one is with the Lumia 1020. This is with the Moto X, and I feel that dynamic contrast could have been better. This is with the LG G3, and this one was the Lumia 1020. I feel Lumia 1020 did the best job here with the Moto 360, but I think it's a little bit overexposed. I'm recording this video with the Moto X second generation, also known as the 2014 edition, at 1080p. And you don't have tap to focus, so focusing is completely auto, and the audio that you're hearing is also being recorded by the internal microphone of this device. This Moto X second generation can also do slow motion video recording up at 1080p and also 4K video. In fact, I have already posted the 4K video recording. And let me just slowly pan now. This is my roof garden, and there is a little bit of wind, and as I told you, the focusing is completely auto. So let's see if it focuses on this cactus. So I'm just going to walk back now normally. So this should give you an idea about the video recording with this Moto X second generation outdoors at 1080p. These were taken in semi-indoor conditions with the Moto X, and there was a little bit of wind blowing. I noticed that there is a little bit of blur. The next picture is with this LG G3, and this one came out better. And finally, this is with the Lumia 1020. Now moving to slightly difficult lighting conditions, this is with the Moto X, and this is with the LG G3. LG G3 did a better job, and this one is finally with the Lumia 1020. I feel the color accuracy is a lot better on the Lumia 1020. The others had a reddish tinge. This one was shot with the Moto X. The picture looks actually very vibrant. This one is with the LG G3, and finally this one with the Lumia 1020. This is with the new Moto X, and this one with the Lumia 1020. Some more pictures indoor. Here the flash fired on the Moto X, and this again was with the Moto X, and this one I took with the LG G3, and this one finally with the Lumia 1020. Now I'm recording this part of the video footage with the front facing camera of the new Moto X. So this would be useful for people who do video chats or take selfies, so you can get an idea. Let me just rotate and move against the light. Let me just move against the light, and let's see how it handles. And this is, I'm against the light, and looks like it's able to handle it fine, but again, you be a judge, and do let me know what do you feel about the front facing camera of this new Moto X. Now these pictures were taken in completely artificial light in my office via the Moto X, and if you notice, there is a lot of noise in the pictures in artificial lighting. And this shot was taken with the LG G3, it came out better. And this was again with the Moto X, this one was with the LG G3, and finally this one with the Lumia 1020. This was shot with the Moto X. Look at the text. This one was shot with the LG G3, and finally this one was with the Lumia 1020. So the Moto X actually struggles a bit in low lighting in my opinion. This part of the video in my office, and this is in completely artificial light, and we don't have any tap to focus, so we have to rely on autofocusing. As you can see, it is having sort of a difficulty. Let's move closer like this, and still, as you can see, autofocusing for very fine text etc. it did, but it is having difficulty. As you can see, this one was in focus, but it just went away. So autofocusing is kind of a hit or a miss in completely artificial light. As you can see, if you are like generally away, as you can see, it is in focus, but if you start moving closer to an object, so I would say you got to be almost about 2 feet away from the subject so that it can focus properly. So this should give you an idea about the video recording with this new Moto X indoors in completely artificial lighting. So what do I feel about the camera performance of this Moto X? If we compare it with the earlier generation of Moto X, that's the 2013 edition, definitely this new camera, that's a 13 megapixel camera, is an improvement. But as we have seen from the sample shots, it's not among the best. If we even compare it with the LG G3 that has a 13 megapixel camera, this does a better job. And I would say in some situations, the autofocusing can go haywire. So I would say if I take 10 shots, about 8 will come out good, but 2 sometimes they will be out of focus. So you got to be a little bit careful. Also with very harsh lighting, I found that the exposure had issues with this, and also in very low lighting conditions, I felt that this camera does not do that great job, and there was a lot of noise in the pictures. Particularly many photographs that I took in indoor lighting conditions, they had a lot of noise in the picture. When we move to the video department, yes, this phone can take 4K video. I have actually posted a separate video regarding the 4K video recording. You can check out that. In terms of 1080p video, the video quality was pretty good, and also the audio was pretty good. Also, the front facing camera, that's a 2 megapixel shooter, can take some decent shots, and also the video quality was pretty good for the front facing camera in my opinion. So I have no problems regarding that. But certainly if we compare the 13 megapixel camera, I would say yes, it's an improvement over the last generation. But again, if we compare it with some other flagship devices like Samsung or LG's 13 megapixel camera, still Motorola needs to do a lot. And also regarding the software, software, yes, though it's very simple, it lacks a lot of features. So I would suggest that to get better pictures, you can use some third-party camera softwares that are available on the Android Play Store. So to conclude, I would say yes, the camera is an improvement, but again, in low lighting and artificial lighting conditions, still it's not among the best. I've also posted several other videos on the Moto X, like its gaming review and some other advanced features like its new voice control. So make sure you check them out. Thank you for watching this video. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.